Are you tired of taking medications every day? Are you tired of having a chronic illness and symptoms that keep coming up every day? Did you know that 7% of your immune system is located at the gut? Poor gut health can lead to chronic illnesses, autoimmune diseases, and also recurrent infections as well. Hi, I'm Dr. Micah Yu, board certified integrative rheumatologist. And in this video, I'm going to be going over the easy and practical steps that you can take on a daily basis to optimize your gut health and potentially fix your chronic illnesses. A lot of people have the wrong perception of what gut health is, as they think it's only related to food. But it's so much more than that. Gut health is crucial for not only maintaining the immune system, but also for fighting chronic diseases. You can have poor gut health and an imbalanced gut microbiome, even if you have diabetes, heart disease, IBS, and autoimmune conditions, for example. Maintaining an optimal gut microbiome means also having a healthy mind and a healthy environment as well. I see a lot of patients in my clinic who don't have healthy gut microbiomes, and many people are not taking the necessary steps to having and maintaining a healthy gut microbiome. So I'm going to going over the necessary steps that you need to take to have a healthy gut microbiome. Step number 1, having a healthy gut microbiome means having a diverse gut microbiome, and that starts with food. How do we have a diverse gut microbiome, and what does it mean? Well, having a diverse gut microbiome means that you have different species of bacteria in the gut, and the more diverse it is, the better it is. How do we get to that point? Well, it all starts with fiber and eating different plants. Studies have shown that when you eat more fiber and different types of plants, you can have a more diverse gut microbiome. So that's really important, is eating fiber. I know many of you out there are eating a carnivore diet and a keto diet, and you may be getting better, but the studies have shown that eating fiber is really important. So even if you're eating a keto diet, please consider eating some fiber and some plants in your diet, because it is really important to having a healthy gut. And when you eat fiber and these different plants, it generates something called short-chain fatty acids. And studies have also shown that short-chain fatty acids are very important for the interaction and homeostasis of your body. And short-chain fatty acids are really important to maintaining your immune system and also maintain the lining of your gut as well. And if you're not able to eat plants or fiber for whatever reason, you're bloating, you get flares with it, it's part because there's something else going on with your gut. It's not that the plants are toxic or poison. It's the fact that your gut microbiome isn't able to process these foods properly because it's imbalanced at this time. So one of the key ways to start eating plants again is to figure out what else could be causing an imbalanced gut microbiome and having you being intolerant of fiber and these different types of foods. Step number 2, when it comes to having an optimal gut health, is to stop eating artificial foods. You gotta stop eating the chips, the cookies, the cakes, and all the artificial foods out there, including fake sugar like aspartame as well. These foods are toxic to your body, and studies have shown that it actually alters your gut microbiome. Even gluten-free snacks are not healthy. If you look at the ingredients of these gluten-free foods out there, they replace it with a lot of different artificial foods and processed foods, and you don't want to put these ingredients in your body. So I know a lot of you are probably avoiding gluten, but gluten may not be the culprit for every single patient. And if you keep eating these gluten-free foods that are ultra processed, you will hurt your gut microbiome over time. So be very careful of the ingredients on the foods that you're eating, because you may be getting tricked into thinking that gluten-free foods are healthier than gluten-containing foods. And on top of the ultra-processed foods, such as the cakes, the pastries, the chips, and crackers that I just mentioned, fried foods are also very unhealthy as well. So you wanna avoid fried food as much as possible. It's very inflammatory, and it can be unhealthy for your gut microbiome as well. The next type of food that you do wanna minimize and potentially avoid are emulsifiers. What are emulsifiers? Well, emulsifiers are thickening agents that are put into food. And some examples of these are carrageenan, xanthan gum, guar gum, and also polysorbate as well. These foods are in our cakes, are in sometimes our supplements, they're in our pastries, sometimes in our ice creams as well. And you want to minimize these as much as possible because there are studies that do show that they can alter the gut microbiome and lead to worse gut health as well. So these foods, I know they're everywhere, so you gotta really read your labels as much as you can. Are they the worst offending agents out there? They're not, but they're not the best either. The worst foods are probably the ultra processed foods I just mentioned. And emulsifiers are nowhere near as bad as the ultra processed foods out there. So you wanna be careful of emulsifiers because they can lead to an altered gut microbiome. And I just listed some of the examples out there. You can certainly look on the internet to see a full list of different names of emulsifiers out there. Now, this next step in fixing your gut health may surprise you. And we're gonna be talking about the environment here, or more specifically, environmental toxins. We are in a toxic soup in this world. In our environment, there are so many different toxins out there. We have to look at our water source. Our water source is very toxic, especially tap water. Tap water is filled with forever chemicals, toxins that can stay for a very long time in the body, that can disrupt your endocrine system, your hormones, and also your immune system as well, and lead to gut health changes. And also, tap water has heavy metals as well. So it's really important that we get a water filter, and more specifically, one of the best water filters out there that you can get are reverse osmosis water filters. But something that's also not as good as well for water is drinking from plastic water bottles, because plastics have BPA and other forever chemicals in there that can also do the same thing to our gut and our immune system as well. So it's really important that we examine where we're getting our water from. And not only is that also very important, but also the type of makeup we're wearing, the cosmetics, the shampoo, and other things we're putting on our skin that we're exposed to every day also has toxins as well, such as phthalates, parabens, and other chemicals that can disrupt our hormones, our immune system, and also our gut health as well. So it's really important that we try to get things that are paraben free and is ideally non-toxic for our overall health. Other things in our environment that we need to be watchful for is pollution. Not only is outdoor pollution not great for our health, but also we have to be aware of indoor pollution as well. So getting an air filter that can clean up our air in the inside can help our health as well. So those are just some of the examples of environmental toxins that can be disrupting our gut microbiome. And this is just as important as the food that we just talked about earlier. Let's talk about sleep. A lot of us are probably sleeping well, but there are some of us that have poor sleep where we have insomnia and we're getting maybe 4 hours, 5 hours of sleep, and that's not even straight sleep. That is tossing and turning, and when you have poor sleep, it can actually disrupt your gut. This needs to be fixed because if you're having poor sleep, your whole immune system is thrown off and your gut is being imbalanced. You get gut dysbiosis. And for those of us that are working night shifts, our circadian rhythm is also thrown off as well, and that can disrupt your gut microbiome as well. Sleep is very important, so if you don't sleep enough, your lifespan will be even shorter. So it's really important that we give sleep a bigger thought and find ways to resolve sleep. There are a lot of good supplements on the market, melatonin, valerian root, and there are different mind-body medicine techniques that can help people sleep properly. So there is a branch of medicine called sleep medicine where you can visit a physician and try to find ways to have better sleep, or even visiting a therapist can help with that as well. So if you're having poor sleep, you really need to resolve this because it can disrupt your gut microbiome and prevent you from healing properly. Now, I know a lot of you are watching this and are exercising, but there are those of us that do not like to exercise at all, or we're having some health issues that prevent us from exercising properly. But exercise is really important, and I'm not talking about running a marathon or even lifting weights. Just doing whatever type of movement is available for you. So exercise can include Tai Chi, aquatic therapy, Qigong, yoga. These are really good movement exercises that are low impact and can help you keep moving. Now, of course, lifting weights is excellent, running is excellent, and also biking is also excellent as well. But you don't need to do these things to help with the gut microbiome. When you don't exercise, it can lead to more inflammation. And when you do exercise, it can lead to less inflammation. So it's really important that we do some type of exercise to not only help with our health, but help with our gut microbiome specifically. Studies have shown that when you do exercise and you do move, it leads to a better gut microbiome and gut health. So please, I urge you to do some form of movement and exercise if you're not already. Now, I do have to mention medications here. Medication can disrupt the gut microbiome, and as you know, medications do have their side effects, but there are certain medications that worsen our gut health that you may not know about. Number one, antibiotics. Antibiotics can ruin our gut health. Taking antibiotics can wipe out the diversity of our gut microbiome. So if you're taking antibiotics, it's really important that you consider taking probiotics and prebiotics as well to help replenish your gut health and your gut microbes. Another medication that can disrupt our gut microbiome are PPIs, also known as proton pump inhibitors. A lot of people are taking this medication to help with acid reflux, or also known as GERD. So if you're having acid reflux, you might want to consider maybe going off of these with the help of your doctor, because long term it will mess up the gut microbiome, and also it will lead to less magnesium absorption, higher risk of fractures as well. These are not healthy medications at all, and I try to get my patients to stop taking these if possible. So I like to give slippery elm, licorice root as some of the supplements and herbs to take to minimize the use of these proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux. And another very common medication that a lot of patients are taking are NSAIDs like ibuprofen, Aleve. These are medications that you can buy over the counter that can help with pain. But these medications are not healthy for you as well. They can hurt your liver, they can cause chronic kidney disease, and they will disrupt the gut microbiome as well. So long term, they're not great. So these are just examples of medications that you may want to limit or minimize because it can hurt your gut microbiome. And finally, stress. You may not think that stress can affect your gut health, but it can in a major way. And there is a mind-body medicine and gut-brain axis that you need to know about. When you're highly stressed, it can disrupt your gut microbiome. If you've been through any trauma, it can also disrupt your gut microbiome as well. So you need to find a way to help minimize that stress and also change your perception of your stress. Because a lot of us, and all of us I would say, do have stress. But it's the way we approach the stress that's very important. So you need to find a therapist if you're having trouble dealing with your stress. You need to connect with your family, your friends, and find a way to connect with the community as well, or maybe enjoy your hobbies again. And if you've been through any trauma, whether that's physical or emotional abuse, for example, that can also disrupt your gut microbiome. And both stress and trauma can lead to high risk of chronic illnesses and autoimmune diseases as well. So be very mindful of these things I just mentioned to you. I know that having trauma is very hard, but we can potentially heal from it, and getting a therapist, getting talk therapy, EMDR, hypnotherapy can sometimes help with these problems. I have my own stressors as well, and being in clinic, being a doctor can sometimes be very stressful as well. So I try to connect with my community, friends and family to try to change my perception of my stress. A lot of these things I know can be hard, but at least I've given you the tools so that you can approach your gut health in a more manageable way. And some of these things can be easy for you. Okay, these are very easy and practical steps to getting a better gut health and a healthier and more diverse gut microbiome. And hopefully, by having a healthy gut microbiome, you can overcome your chronic illness or even prevent chronic illnesses, because we're seeing higher rates of autoimmune diseases, chronic illnesses, COVID, long COVID. More men are having testosterone deficiencies. There are more women with hormonal problems as well. Higher rates of obesity in the world. So it's not surprising to me because our gut health is being damaged from so many different directions. So I want to hear from you. What are you doing today to help with your gut health? If you enjoyed this video, please comment below, hit the like button, and subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be giving you more information on integrative health and integrative medicine. And if you want to see me in my clinic, I am located at www.drlifestyle.org. I'll see you guys next time.